tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Hello there, I'm Dylan, aka the Wise Sith, and today we're going to be looking at something that came in the mail recently. I've just been having to postpone this video for a little bit, been busy with my new job. But, however, been waiting on this package to arrive ever since, let's say, ever since Fan Expo Dallas, this past May/June. And if you've watched my video on my haul video I did on the stuff I got from there, you probably understand or know what I'm talking about. Recently, I did submit something through Beckett Grading, which went to CBCS to get graded and the autograph to be authenticated and all sorts of stuff. So that was a whole process. That was probably like 3 months worth of waiting, but it turned out alright. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. This is what I got submitted. It's my Heir to the Empire Volume 1, or Number 1, Issue 1, however you want to call it, from Dark Horse Comics. It's funny because I did not know this comic book was released back in October in 1995. And I did do some research. It says the publication date was October 3rd, 1995. Which literally is funny because that is my literal birth date. So I think this is very kind of sentimental to me now because Thrawn is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. It's always been my favorite Star Wars characters. Ever since I've learned about him from like before Disney even bought everything, you know. Before they even took action and put him into like Rebels and Ahsoka and all that. Like, I remember reading some of the Thrawn books, like Heir to the Empire and some other ones. But, yeah. This is the comic book right here, and I got it signed by no other than Timothy Zahn. So I thought that was pretty cool to get to meet him and stuff. I did get him to sign, or put down Creator of Thrawn right here. I don't know if you can see that. Creator of Thrawn. And then he signed it. And it was 5/31/25. So May 31st, 2025 is when I got it signed. And that was during Fan Expo Dallas. So it's crazy. But I only spent $20 on it. That was not that bad to get his autograph, to be honest. But yeah, I do know what the grade is, the number. This is my first ever grading I've ever submitted ever in my life. And because there was times where I was like, I have some Star Wars trading cards I want to get graded too, but like I was kind of hesitant about sending them off, blah blah blah. And then while I was up here at Fan Expo Dallas, I saw Beckett Grading sitting there, one of their booths, and one side it was meant for comic books, the other side was meant for manga. So I went up to the comic book, asked the dude, I was like, hey, are you still accepting submission for today? He's like, no, we are sold out, but however, we are accepting, where you submit it to us and we'll send it off to our facility. I think they said their location is in Plano, Texas, and it would take about, they said it would take about like 5 to 10 weeks to get it all processed and such, which literally it took like 3 months. I'm sure they had a lot of other people back to back too that they had to submit and stuff. But yeah, it was kind of a thing. I don't know. So I submitted it, all sorts of stuff. I did have another copy of this, but I gave it to Star Wars Theory when I met him. It was the same exact copy, and it was signed the same exact way with Creator Thrawn, and I handed that to him as a gift for all the stuff he's done and stuff, you know. But yeah, it's finally here. Yeah, and you can see it's done. I don't know if you can read that. It's done through CBCS grading. Yeah, here's the back of it if you want to look at that. the back of it right here. Let me see if I can put that QR code. Here's the QR code if you want to scan that and look up to see what the notes are for the grading. But let's reveal the grade I got. So without further ado, let's reveal it. 3, 2, 1. I got a 7. That's not bad. Honestly, that's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's there. It's up there. It's just not terrible. I was expecting to get like a 6 or a 5.5. Honestly. That was the grade I was thinking about getting. But I was kind of surprised to see that I was also getting a 7. I was like, damn. But it says that like there's like little like, I don't know if you could see that up here, but like there's like a little whitening on the binding part, the spine. There's some little bit of crackling going on right here. There's like bent stuff, but that's the only things it listed. But yeah, I was kind of surprised that I got a 7, grade 7. That's crazy. But yeah, and fun thing that I don't know if for y'all newbies out there that don't know about grading and stuff like that, I noticed like through CBCS, I don't know about the other grading companies how they do it, but CBCS, if you have a comic book that is not signed and you just want to get graded, sent off and graded, the banner will be blue. If you have one that is signed by like an author or illustrator or somebody, the banner will be this yellow color. Just fun fact. I don't know, for those people who don't know about like grading and stuff, I'm sure a lot of people who submitted through Beckett or CBCS would know. But yeah, that's all I needed to. That's all I wanted to show off. It finally showed up 3 months later, surprisingly. I was starting to get worried too, but like it's funny because like there's a story to it. Well, what happened was I was kind of because this is my first time getting something graded, so I was kind of like confused on how the shipping, or not shipping, insurance, that's what it was, the insurance thing would be. Apparently it's, to get it insured, it's like $1 for, if it's worth $100, you can get it. If you think the value is worth of it, like getting graded and stuff, it's worth $100, then you can get it insured for $1. If it's $200, it'd be like double that, so it'd be $2. So I was kind of confused on how that was. Just, it was kind of confusing because the guy was wording it in a way where it was confusing as hell to understand him. Also, there was so much going on, and I was all excited and stuff, so it was also a lot on my mind, so it was kind of hard to keep up what he was talking about too at the same time. So the bad thing about ADHD minds. So yeah, I never got it insured. And then when I got home, a day later, after I got home, I realized what he meant. And I looked into it, researching what he meant. Then I was like, damn it, I should have got that insured. I just paid $1 more just to get it insured. And of course, things were going downhill, stuff like that. It took forever for it to get, shipped. Finally, it shipped. All of a sudden, of course, it's getting shipped through FedEx, which FedEx sucks around here. Especially in my town, they suck at shipping. They always lose packages. They deliver them to the wrong houses. It's just something about FedEx around my town sucks. So that made me worried even more that I was going to lose it. But I did email the person saying, hey, can I add insurance to it? Is it too late to add insurance to it? And they said no. And I was like, okay, can I go ahead and add insurance to it? And they emailed me back saying something about like, oh, it looks like you already have insurance on there. Which is funny because I told the guy I didn't want insurance, just to pass on that. So I guess they somehow already added insurance on there. I don't know, because I didn't get charged for it, so that's weird. I don't know. But yeah, and then I got the email saying that it was going to be delivered on a day I was working, and it requires a signature. And it sucked because like my parents are working too that day, so nobody's home. Nobody, not a single person's home for it to be, signed. So I kind of like reschedule it for the weekend because I'm off on Saturday and a Sunday. So I get it rescheduled for Saturday. Had to pay like what, $11 to get it rescheduled for Saturday altogether. Kind of weird that you have to pay that, but through FedEx. But anyway, did that. Saturday comes. Not a single word on it being out for delivery. Been sitting there waiting. Here it is. It's like 7 o'clock at night. No sign of FedEx. And it was making me worry. I was like, they were supposed to deliver it today. I even had to call them to confirm Saturday, to have it delivered Saturday at a certain time. Well, that certain time showed up. They never showed up. So it's like, what the hell? That's FedEx for you. But then I called them, and of course their hours, they suck when they're out on their hours and such like that, so you can't get a hold of them by that time. So I had to wait till the following Monday, call them, and immediately the lady was nice. She apologized to me, blah blah blah. At least they apologized and said they will send it out as soon as they can Tuesday. So I had to force my mom to stay home from work in order to wait on them to show up so she can sign it, because I can't take off my work. She can on some occasions. For me, I can't. I'll get in trouble for doing that. Something about it. I don't know why. But, I don't know. But luckily I got it. So, yes. Finally. But yeah, that's the whole story of what happened. And, I just don't like FedEx. I don't like how they ship stuff sometimes, especially around my area. I don't know if any of y'all has had any bad experience with FedEx more than UPS and USPS, but like FedEx for me has always been bad. We've had some lady deliver a package to our house. It was like a package full of like dinnerware, like dishes, and like a dish set full of dishes, breakable dishes. She literally, I watched her from the window because I was waiting on her to, I was figuring out what she was delivering. Literally saw her yeet the box over the fence about, I don't know, 7 feet away from her. Throws it into the yard, not even caring about it. Then she pulls out her little device, takes a photo of it, and gets in the truck, drives off. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, and there was like other incidents around our neighborhood where people will get their package like delivered outside while it's raining, and the package gets all wet and crap like that. Then it gets ruined. We hadn't had that experience yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But like other stuff, it's just been kind of downhill with FedEx. That's why I was kind of worried about this being delivered. When I found out it was FedEx delivering it, I was like, oh god. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for more. May the force be with you. And yeah. See you for a next video. Bye.